Hey guys, welcome back as always. Alright, we're going to do something different today. I'm just working on the rubbers on the car. I've done the back ones along here and I've put this in, but what I'll show you is this one here, this quarter glass rubber. I've done this one already, cheated a bit, did that one off camera so I know what I'm doing. So it is a process and it is very fiddly. You've basically got to strip that whole thing out of there. So I'll show you the process. Okay, so this is what we want to get out, this whole bit here. So first thing is we've got to drop the glass. So that's pretty easy. It's only held up by this here. So we undo these 4 bolts, take the actuator out, just put it in there, and then we can slide that out of the little channel there, and that glass can drop right down and just sit at the bottom of the door and give us plenty of room up here, and we won't get that out anyway unless we drop the glass. So we'll do that, and then we've got to undo these 3 screws here to release this, and then we undo this nut here, which is the bottom of the window channel. Undo that, and then we'll pop that out, and then we'll go over to the bench and I'll show you how to strip all this down to get that rubber in. So I've just noticed something before we go ahead. See the bottom of that rubber there? Now on the other one it's got a flap, and I've sat the flap out over here, both sides, in and out. But looking at this, that flap gets tucked down in there and tucked down in there. It doesn't sit out over this. So that's no big deal. I can just poke that down with a plastic spatula or something there to fit that in there. So yeah, I just noticed that. So we'll make sure we get this one right as we put it in. Righto, so we'll have a crack at getting our glass out without breaking it. Righto, so if we can pop that actuator out there and just slide that out there, you can sit there and that glass should drop all the way to the bottom, and you can just hang around down in there out of our way. So now we can get these old things out here, get rid of them. I have to get a couple of screwdrivers. Yeah, so we'll get the old inner out while we're here. And put them on good from the factory. Better than the newies anyway. Sorry if my arms and stuff are in the way, but you get the idea. Let's pop these out. Righto, so they're done, gone. They come out pretty easy actually. Okay, now we'll get this one out. Now what's going on there? That's turning. That's not good. I don't know what's happened there. Just bear with me, this is turning, so looks like it's snapped. Feels like it snapped. That's unusual. Oh, fuck. I have to put this fan on. Sorry, guys. It's stinking hot in here. Right, take two. Sorry about that fan noise. Can't be helped. Alright, what's happened here? Okay, well that's... Okay, I can feel that, that's snapped. But that's alright, we can still get this out, so that's cool. I'll just have to weld that on later once we get all this out. I'll have a look at that. Alright. So we get these. Now I'll just find me all those little bolts that went flying when I undid that actuator. Right, so this should be loose now. There we go. So we just got to try and actually, if I can get that, take that actuator right out, get him out of the way, and that should give us, just got to get that glass, so the glass is still in it. There we go. Right, so now what I might do is, because this, oh actually it might be alright because it's snapped. We've just got to sort of jig this out of there, but before I do that, just give me a minute. Just going to put some tape along here because no doubt that'll damage that paint. Okay, we'll try that again. We'll get it. Just got to twist it. Oh, that's right, gotta roll it. Roll it over this way. It is super fiddly. I wonder if you can get it out. Nah. There we go, righto. He's out. So we'll go over to the bench and start stripping it down. Okay, so first thing, we want to get the Bailey channel out because there's some little pins in here that we've got to get out. I'll show you in a minute. Just need to make a start on that. Fucking shit everywhere. Never enough room on the benches, eh? Okay, so we'll get that out. We can either keep that or throw it. I've got brand new stuff, so that there. Now if you see, oh, okay. So there's another little channel in there. You can see it's got those oval holes punched in it. That's got to come out as well. But what I'll do is I'll put a little mark there where it has to go back in. Oh, where's my texter? Here. So if you can see where it ends there, I'll just put a mark just so we're, you know, sort of back in the same spot. And then to get that out, if you can see, sorry if you can't see on camera, can you see there? Just sort of get a screwdriver under it and it'll pop out just like this. Okay, so that's another piece gone. That's the whole channel. Put it over there. Now you can see here, got these little pins there. I don't know if that'll focus. These little pins that are flattened. So we just got to drill those out for a start, and I'll show you. Actually, show you on the new rubber. So you can see the new rubber. There, it's got those little pins, if it's going to focus. So they go through and then we just punch those down and knock them flat. Righto. So drill. So we just drill these out. They're only brass, so they're a piece of piss. Righto. Easy as that. Now we've got our little mechanism down the bottom here, which is just a spring and a nut and that bolt and some washers and stuff in there. So we'll take all that out and get that shaft and everything out of there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 threads on, just so we know how to put it back. So nut, spring, steel washer, nylon washer. And then what we want to do now, undo these 2 screws here. The last ones were really tight, so see how we go. Sorry, just grabbing a screwdriver. Here with me. So we get these off here. Oh yeah, they come out nice. The other ones I had to put heat on them to get them out. Okay, so those are out. And that should just come off there. Alright, and so then we can just, that washer's a bit tight there. What have we got? Tool boys. Okay. And this one's missing his nylon. The other one had 2 on it. This one hasn't got any, so. But I highly doubt whether these have ever been taken out the car before. But you never know, eh? Come on, get out. It's a bit tight, that washer, that's all. It's on the threads, you know, they file them flat. Okay, so there's our glass out. Put that out there, and it's our washer, you can see. See how they are. Anyway, right, so that's there. Now, just trying to think. Okay, so that's the thing with this, you've got to pull it right apart, and then you've got to drill these rivets out here just to get that rubber in properly, because it is a very tight fit and very fiddly. But then we can just put a couple of rivets back in there. But anyway, we'll get this old rubber out. Oh, it'd be nice if you could. There's that backing strip that we drilled out. And I've got to give it to the rubbers though, they are perfect. Alright, there's the old rubber out in the bin. So now we're left with the frame. So the last time I took those two screws out there to separate this bit from here, and like I said, drilled out those. But I might have a crack at seeing if I can get it in without doing any of that. We'll just give it a go. Okay. So he's going to go in there like this. But I highly doubt whether I'm going to get it in. You need a lot of soap, a lot of dishwashing liquid to help it. I'll just see, just for fun, if it'll go in. This is the tricky bit down in this corner here. Yeah, no, it's not gonna go in. I think I might just drill these rivets out. See how I go. I haven't got much room to get in there. That's it. Righto, so I want to put heaps of soap on here just to help it, because it is tight, so every little bit helps. Just all over it, and then underneath. Okay, now I don't know how much of this I'm going to get on camera, so because it is fiddly, but bear with me. Alright, so he wants to go hang on, where am I going? Yes, in there. So what we've got to do is shove that right up in this corner to get that pin into the hole, if you can see it in there. So we've got to jam that right up in there. And it's very tight. Okay, so that's in there. So put those here. So these pins are just, sorry, I don't know if you can see. These pins are just popping in there, like that. And what I'll do, just to hold it there, so I just put a bit of tape around it so it doesn't pop out. And we'll smack those pins down later. But now what we've got to do is just poke it in into this channel here. And like I said, it is tight. You just got to jiggle it. You'll feel it click in. Feel it push in there. And that's where the, just got to wriggle it like this, back and forth, and it'll go in. And this, you can see, has got the split in it to go around this. Anyway, we'll get there in a minute. Sorry if my arm's in the way. Like I said, it's bloody fiddly. And sorry if I'm yelling, I've got to talk over that fan. Alright, that's that bit in. Hands get nice and greasy. Then we've got to push this bit right up into this corner, like that, so they can close. Which is there. And once we put that in the car, they will close in like that, so that'll be fine. And then we just do the same along the bottom. Just wiggling it side to side till it clicks in like that. Righto. So now, oh shit. Forgot to get those old freaking rivets out. That's alright. They're only, might be able to pop them out. Oh yeah, there we go. Pop them out. Perfect. So then we just rivet this back together. And then have a bit more of a play to get it in. So I've got my little jiggers here. And obviously the rivet's got to go up that way. So the dag's in there. You want that nice and flat. And the other thing is, of course, our cheapy rivet gun didn't fit in there to rivet it, so I just ground the sides flat for it to go in there. There we go. riveted back together. Doesn't matter if those dags are in there. Okay, so I've got a bit of a crease in it here, so I'm just going to keep massaging that in to get it in, and then we'll put him back together. Alright, what I've got to do now is knock these pins flat here, so we can put that other piece back in. I'm just starting off with just a spiky punch. Where's the cameras? And shit is, isn't it? Spiky punch, and then just the old extension to smack it flat. The old socket extension. Rough as guts around here, but anyway. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know where we made it to. My card got full. But anyway, I've been through and smacked those down. If this thing wants to focus. So now I just go back with the flat end of that extension bar and knock them flat, and we're done. Righto, that's him. All in. Nice. Righto, we'll start putting it back together. Good opportunity to give this good glass a clean. Oh, WD-40 works on everything. And this glass has had some sort of clear coating on it. It's pretty shitty, but I'm not going to take it off. Okay, so we just got to go back in through here. But before that goes in, we've got a washer. Yeah, like I said, this is fiddly as. Ah, get on there. Okay, so we've got that one. Then there was no nylon on that one, was there? So he pokes through. Like this. Then we put our nylon on. You're still on camera here. Nylon one. And this one. And our spring. And our nut. And it's 5 threads. Out there, and then we've got fail. I had to come in from the other side. Because of this little jigger here. It's got to be on the other side. this way. It's better. I think. Hang on, what's going on here? There, through that way. Righto. Now we're good. Alrighty guys, so then we'll put this two little screws back in here. Okay, so there we have it. So we just got to play around with it, make sure it's right. Get him in there. Lock it off. So there we have it. That's that bit back together. Rubber is in. I think that's right. Looks right. Okay. Okay, now we just put our rail back in. Now how I do that is, oh, he's not on camera, hold on. About there. So we've got our mark there. So this point, I'll just squeeze it in there and get it started. And then get it up to our little mark, which is there, and then that will just push in. So you can give it a bit of persuasion. Alright, so that's in. Then we just get a new bit of Bailey channel in there. We'll get him back together. So if we just go off the other one, so what we'll do is sorry again guys if this is off camera, but you kind of get the picture. Just push that in there. I'll just go all the way through to the end, cut it off on the same angle as the last one, and we're good. Okay, Bailey channel's in. a new piece. I've left it the dag hanging over this end, so I'll trim that once I put it back in. Alright, we're going to have a look at this broken bolt in the door there. I just had a look. The beautiful thing is it's not snapped, it just unscrewed out of this bit, so we're all good. Now, see if we can get this back in. Tuck that in there, remember. And on the other side, tape can come off now. Sorry guys if I'm in your way, it's a bit awkward. That's better. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about those flaps going in there. I think I'm going to sit them on the outside. I like them on the outside better. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. It just seems to make more sense, especially on the outside, that those flaps are, you know, overlapping out there. Otherwise it's just going to direct the water inside the door. So whether these original ones are just old and have made their way in there, I don't know. This bit, oh, gotta go in there. There we go. So he's popped in there. Rubbers, pop it out, it's just sort of snuck under over here. There we go. Now I can trim this. I'll get my knife and trim that. Righto, I've just slid that in there. It's gone in nice. Our holes line up along the top there. So I've tucked this side in, left the other side out. So he's back in there. But I want to have another bloody rant about this mob here. This is twice now. That Bailey channel, right, does not fit. I pushed it in and it just doesn't fit. It's too big. Now it says here, this is what it's branded as. XR through to ZD, or rear XABC. Okay, now this does not fit in the front of the XT, and I've got an XC channel out in the shed. I've got a whole bunch of XC stuff. Now here, have a look if that'll focus at the different profile, if you can see that. Where are we? See, this one's way bigger and it fits in here, fits in the XC channel, no dramas. But look how narrow this one is. It doesn't fit, it's wrong. So I wish they'd stop branding shit for an XT that is actually for XABC. I don't know what they're doing, but it's totally wrong and does not fit. So that's the Bailey channel, and I had the same problem with these clips. Door moulding clip set, XT to XC, and they are not for an XT. Here's the difference. Here's the ones I just showed you in the packet, and that's the actual XT one. Look at the difference. They are different. So I wish you'd stop branding them for cars they don't fit. But I have found these ones, if it'll focus, part number MP0018 for these clips, and they fit the XT. I emailed them and said brand these as XT and piss XT off here because they don't fit. All it does is stuff up your work, you know, when you get all this wrong shit. So there you go, you can see the difference. You can see the difference. It just doesn't fit. So I'm going to put this old one back in, as much as I'm loath to do that. But anyway, if they sold the right shit, we'd be okay. Anyway, that rant over. Let's get back into it. Righto, I've put the glass in here. He's alright in that shitty old Bailey channel. Anyway, if I'm wrong about what I said before, I apologise, but I don't think I am. So we'll get these in while we're here. They just pop in. Just like that. And then we'll get him. He needs to be trimmed up, I think. The other ones have all need to have them cut off. So he'll jam in behind there. Like that. Yeah, I've got to take a bit off them. I just get the old side cutters and try that. This way. So if he goes there, a little bit more. Yeah, so it really shits me, you know, with stuff like that, because it just messes your bloody, waste your time, you know. Oh, Christ. But I try and give them feedback, you know, and say, look, that doesn't fit. Because I guess if they don't know, they don't know. Okay. Jam him in there. Actually, might shave that off. Yeah, so like I said, I try and give them feedback where I can, but whether they do anything about it is another story. So this one's a bit fiddly. Needs a bit of persuasion. Yeah, I've noticed these don't like to really go in, these ones. They need some help. No, it doesn't matter about that. sake. It's a little bit long. I'll drag it down a bit. It's only a hair's thick. Come on, there we go. All right, there we go. Okay, we get the actuator back in. That's all done up where he needs to be. Glass is good. Just make sure it's all good. It's hitting on this. Hitting on that bit of shit that isn't in there. I only need to move it that way like a couple of mil. Just a smidgen long. There we have it. It's all come out again, so I'm going to trim it off instead of fucking around with it. I'll do it with a grinder. Right, give that a go. Hitting this here. That'll do. Wouldn't be an old car if it didn't whistle as it went along the highway, eh? But that's alright, it's going up and sealing, so okay, let's get this in. Doing the left door, dipshit, you're doing the right door. I'll do this off camera. Alright guys, there we have it. Quarter glass, done and dusted. It's pretty tight, but kind of to be expected, I suppose. There we go. Got a nice whistle happening as we cruise down the road. There it is, done. Hope you got something out of that. First time I did it, so I just winged it, but seemed to work okay. Like as you saw, very fiddly, but to get it done, you got to do it. So that's it for this one. Just wanted to show you how that's done, and stay tuned. Pretty soon, I'm actually expecting a delivery today to get all these door trims back on. If that comes, we'll get back into it. But I'll put this one up and give you a look. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.